या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मीरारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः पूज्य माँ भगवती, पूज्य Sri Arvind, you all are the chosen children of our Divine Mother. Childhood is a decisive turning point to enter into the human life that is kept in store for us for divine realization within the human framework. Ours is a human framework where mind is the portal of divinity. Psychic is divine itself, but mind is a portal of divinity, is holy grail, is divine vessel, is a vessel for, in our terminology, Naived, Arghya, Prasad, Samarpan or surrender. Mind is a portal which can bear and which can hold our spirit of surrender intact, provided vessel is clean. If mind is clean, then we can make our life so clean that God would start loving it and God would hold it as His own instrument. So that is what the secret Mother found out from the cells of her body, from the cells of her body of divine matter. By birth she was divine. It was not that she had undergone this sadhana, penance and became divine. It was simply projected for the world that she was divine. And the pains, miseries, suffering, disease, even death she had undergone in this birth are all to prevent earth from pralay, from dissolution, from annihilation, which this earth, soil, our planet had undergone 6 times previously. And 7th time, the point of time that is there at present, from which Mother could just like an atlas of Greek and Latin literature, Mother brought it out. Like our Vara in Srimad Bhagavat, earth was brought out from it, from the dissolution, along with her own body also. And that too, key lies for this project, such a wider project, such a huge project, such a project beyond any mental magnitude. Mind is the key of it. Though it is beyond mind, though it is beyond mental range, though it is beyond mental capacity and mental receptivity, still mind is the key. Our house, our home, our treasure, everything our is safe, well protected, under our control and command. But key is a very small key. Key is a very small key. Similarly, mind is such a smallest key that even we cannot imagine, we cannot see, we cannot touch, we cannot sense, we cannot evaluate. More unevaluable, it becomes more precious and it can be more divine. So it is through mind we can bring divinity, immortality, and de facto reality of the Supreme on the earth and on the human body. That is what Mother did. A dangerous unknown. It is a dangerous unknown. Life is also dangerous. Unknown is also dangerous. Because life is divine and divine is life. It appears to be dangerous. It appears to be uncertain. It appears to be apprehensive. It appears to be horrible. But equally it is so sweet, equally it is so pleasant, equally it is so beautiful, equally it is so divine. But simply we'll have to pursue the clue that is hidden in it itself. And that clue Mother found out when she was passing through occult experiences in Algeria with Theo family. There also she could realize that this is not the unusual time I am passing at present, but the time as such which I experience at present has to be just with my mind offered to the divine. A time will come when I will have to offer this treasure which I am collecting at present through occultism at Theo's family's, under the guidance, under the patronization, under the supervision of this master occultist. And Madame Theo was still more competent than Theo, was realized by Mother in Algeria at that time. But it was the treasure she kept intact for this day, when she could find out her mind of sales. Now that science, that knowledge, that experience, that pain suffered there in Algeria came to her rescue, And she utilized anything and everything of her previous births along with this treasure of occultism to realize the occultism of the entire universe. Occultism of the entire universe. Why universe was created, why universe is such, why universe is put into velocity and orbit, why universe is put into this rotating movement. Every mystery of this universe is so powerfully, calculatively, realistically, and gradually unfolded before mother's body's eyes, not this mortal eyes. The body of the mother could see anything and everything inside the body and above the cosmos, together. Together. And that is the reality, mystery. Mother found it out. The body says, mother writes, my body says, this is what the very demand of my body. I have started, I was made to begin unique dialogue with my own body. I could talk to everybody around me, but I never talked to my body. I never talked to the layers of my body. I never talked to the mind of my body. Now I have never seen the divine pattern that divine is going to project at universal level, at cosmic level, has already been created, has already been installed, has already been drawn within my body at cellular level. And that mother came for the first time to realize what is universe, what is divine, what is its design. Everything is within my body, and my body can collaboratrix. My body can be collaboratrix for this new world. It can create my new body. It can create the new world. It can create the new methodology for divine creation, and it can create anything and everything what my mind thinks and plans out. But my mind should be pure crystallized instrument for the divine work and for divine to hold it. It's a very indescribable scripture. The experiences of mother, so treasured in chronological order by Satprem, is a very mysterious, powerful, but divine treasure. Divine treasure. Divine also loves this. Mother loves her experiences, though painful, miserable. And this is for the first time that divine talks to the divine. Divine talks to the reality. Divine talks to the divine's mystery. Divine talks to the divine truth. Very inexpressible and indescribable experience as such, and mother also for the first time remembering and recollecting her so many previous births. This is for the first time in this birth that mother undertook this tremendously curious and unbearable task. But in fact, it's mostly for everyone else that it would make a difference if mother died. If mother died, if mother accept death this way, then it would be a tremendously unbearable task for the entire cosmos. For me, mother says, they you see are still living in that sort of illusion of death. People around me, people whom I see, people of the humanity at present are all apprehensive of that death, are all apprehensive of this master illusion, master hallucination, and they all are afraid of, tremendously afraid of their death, But their death is also under my control, and my death is also under my control. I cannot simply solve the problem of my death. I feel that I can solve the problem of their death too. Their death too. And that is what the key I have found out from my own cell, because my cell is cosmos. My cell is cosmos. My cell is microscopic also, but my cell is macroscopic also. So the task to me at present, entrusted by Sri Aurobindo along with the mind of light, is not merely the task to remove darkness, but darkness, disease, and death of the entire cosmos also to be removed. That was also my task and equivalent to my death. Doesn't matter, they might be thinking of my death. This old lady is going to die. She is going to die, having so many diseases. So the entire cosmos also has got so many problems, so many curious conditioning, so many curious situations. People of thoughts, people of thinking, people of intellect, people of experience, people of insight, foresight, and whatnot, might be thinking of all problems, the jungle of problems in this world. But there is a solution, and a master solution to all the problems is also hidden in the matter, in the soil. And soil can produce so many things: gold, silver, copper, diamond, and human being. Similarly, my pind is also, my body is also, my cell also can produce so many solutions, so many clues. Not even death, something more disaster than death even is hidden as challenge for me can also be well in advance solved. This is what my body says to me. It is for the first time my body opens up and offers its tremendous secret to me. And to whom? To whom? To my mind. And through my mind to my psychic. And to my psychic to the divine itself. And Sri Aurobindo, supramental body, is all the while looking at me, seeing at me, conducting my process indirectly, remaining quite at a distance from me, but is hovering over me constantly. And under his supervision, under the supervision of his supramental body, my supramental body within my body is framed, is formulated. And even the body doesn't exactly know whether it is true anymore. And at that time, I feel whether this is my true personal body or the body of the cosmos. Is my body, is my individual body or the body of the cosmos? So, two ranges, two orbits. One orbit is individual, just like a center, and other orbit is just like a largest circumference. Both are intermingling in such a way that I cannot distinguish whether this is my body or this is the body of the entire cosmos. But it's not too sure of what this is. There is the other way of being. There is the other way of being. I can feel that I must be cosmic reality. My microcosmic reality is reality, no doubt, but my macrocosmic reality is still more powerful than my microcosmic reality. So my body is meant for solving the problems, suffering, and everything that is unusual in the world at a time. So my solution will be there within it. If master solution is there, and if master solution will be achieved by me, almost all solutions of the entire cosmos will be instantly solved. That is what I am feeling. That is what my body says. There is the other way of being. It knows that the old way isn't right anymore. The old way, apprehensive way, fearful way, miserable way, Kurukshetra, is no more existing phenomenon. It is the Dharmakshetra of the divine. It is the nature of the divine. It is the immortality of the divine. It is the light of the divine. It is the love of the divine. That and that and that only exists, nothing else. But it is beginning to wonder exactly. I wonder. But it is still beginning. I have just started this programming to bring down truth, to bring down this supramental on the cell of my body simultaneously. It is not my psychic that is diverted and driven to the level of my cell, but it is the divine also that is to be driven by me to the entire cosmos. Beginning to wonder exactly what the other way will be like, the other way will be like. How can I do it? How can I divinize myself along with divinize entire cosmos, entire existence? What will be the relationship of the new consciousness with the old consciousness? So, the old consciousness of the cosmos and the old consciousness, that is death committed, death bound consciousness, which I am at present living. So, how they should be connected, and how my microscopic reality, microscopic divinity is to be connected with the macroscopic divinity. That is also my task at present. Consciousness of those who remain humans, those who are human beings around me, they are also divine sparks, they are also divine portals, they are also divine framework of the divine cells, and they all are to be brought under my shelter. They are all brought under my matter. They are all brought under my umbrella. Just like the second Govardhan Leela of Srimad Bhagavat. Let me be the center and let me be the circumference too, side by side. I cannot only give up this project being a center, after being a center, but I must get myself ever expanding, ever expanding, ever expanding, that I can feel myself also vibrating in it. I can feel the entire cosmos also vibrating in the right direction, getting this final and ultimate turning point, getting this ultimate and final mutation of evolution. So anyway I can define my project, anyway I can define my reality, anyway I can define my movement, but this is the decisive movement in the right direction. Divine has also for the first time taken, accepted, sanctioned, and this will be the new creation hereafter. I will have my new body, and the circumference also will be new, so the world also will be new. Two simultaneous movements are going on, but intermingling and going on. They are inseparably going on. They are not only parallel going on, they are inseparably going on. That is what my experience. It's strange. It appears to be strange to me. It comes like a breeze and goes away again. It comes like a breeze and goes away again. I can just feel the grip of it. And it is released also automatically. I cannot hold it permanently till I realize this task, the fulfillment of this task, accomplishment of this task. I am just going to try and try again. A funny kind of pain. I feel a funny kind of pain. Pain, still it is funny. Pain, still it is blessing. Pain, still it is sweet. In our Srimad Bhagavat's Rashli, it is new mobility, it is new infinity, it is new velocity, and that is why it is Vedana Madhuri Bhav. It is Vedana Madhuri. It appears to be, I can taste it to be sweet, but still it is misery, still it is painful. Funny pain, funny kind of pain. It groans. It literally groans as if it were suffering terribly. It is grown, and as it grows, misery also grows. But as it grows, sweetness also grows side by side. It's very strange. Then a little something happens and the pain disappears, and thereafter something happens and I feel there is no pain. I feel there is no misery. I feel there is nothing contradictory to the taste of the divine, contradictory to the light of the divine, contradictory to the infinity of the divine, divinity of the divine, rather. There is no less than that. It is always a total, it's always a perfection, it's always a perfect divinity that is being lived through me, through my cells, and all my cells are vibrating, 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 and reflecting, offering this and this pleasure, bliss to me every moment. The bliss of the divine that is being offered to me by my cells like a breeze. If we enter into the garden and we start feeling the breeze and bliss together, mind gets illumined, mind gets pleasant, mind gets atypically thrilled. So a divine thrilling I can experience like a breeze at every moment. It's not at all what we call blissful only. It at all is blissful, but it is realistic. Everything divine, all different, multi-dimensional and multi-faceted reality, multi-faceted divinity I can feel just together. I don't know what it is. Mother also says that I cannot describe it in words. Mother looks at Satprem. Satprem is recording it. And mother says, I cannot express, I cannot describe what is at present I am passing through. What stage I am passing through at present is Satprem inexpressible. It's something else, but which is extraordinary. See, it's something else, but it is tremendously extraordinary. I have never gone through this type of experience. It's new, completely new. It's very new. It is my de novo experience. Though I am divine, I did not experience this sort of de novo immortality and de novo Satchidanand. And all that is taking place in some kind of Netherland, all that is taking place in some kind of Netherland. My body is Netherland. Cosmos is above and body is Netherland. So Netherland and upper land all are so intermingled, but I became the center. When Radha and Krishna atwined in bliss as one. See, Arbindo's supramental body is somewhere before me at distance, but I can feel that I am just standing beside him in my supramental body. And thereafter, mother also saw her own supramental body physically while getting messages from her body, getting messages from her cells, and getting messages from the pleasant status of well formulated new supramental body that is just blossoming within her body, which is no longer this and not yet that. It's no longer the body consciousness as it usually is. Oh, it's on the way to something else. This is not merely my body consciousness. It is on the way to something. And to something means what? Later on, mother defines it to be her supramental body. The process programming of her body being transformed into supramental body, and the same stuff of body, the same stuff of mortal body cells are all so evolved automatically, so coming out automatically, so illumining automatically, so getting immortalized automatically, and they are just like a kaleidoscopic new design are getting themselves, setting themselves in new design of her own supramental body. But way to something else, but it is not there yet. And the presence of the grace is really marvelous. Presence of the grace of Sri Aurobindo's body, supramental body, and the supramental light, supramental power that has been descended upon the earth appears before me as grace for my this master project. Grace is really marvelous because I can see that if at the same time I were not given the true meaning, if I am not given the true meaning of what of my this project, I also could not have understood the meaning of the new world, meaning of the new light, meaning of the new creation, and meaning of the sadhana and the accomplishment of the vision of Sri Aurobindo. Now, this is the vision, this is the reality, this is the task I have to get accomplished within no time, and it will be done. Marvelous, because I can see that if at the same time I were not given the true meaning of what is happening, the experience as it is would be constant agony. This experience as such would be constant suffering. It is not suffering, it's not misery, it is the Paramanand, it is the Anand, it is the Sachidanand, it is the bliss in totality, bliss in total velocity, bliss in infinity, and bliss of divinity de facto. What's happening? The experience as it would constant agony. It is the old way, and to feel agony, even receiving the bliss, even enjoying the bliss, even experiencing the bliss, nectar, amrut, I still see that it is agony and it is misery. That is the old way of life. This is my old fish bowl, and that is to be rejected, that is to be given up as cocoon. So, mother at this moment looks at her cocoon also and looks at her new supramental body. New supramental body will emerge to the mind and eyes of the people around me, and cocoon will be automatically left out. That is Sri Aurobindo's rejection at cosmos level, master rejection in our body. This is the process constantly going on. We must at least acknowledge and we must admit that process, that this is the process our cellular transformation and transfiguration are going on within our body, and that is to be looked, that is to be conducted, that is to be monitored by our psychic, where supramental will penetrate into our body and will create supramentalization as perfect as Sri Aurobindo thought of it. Happening, the experience as it would be constant again. It is the old way which is dying. It is the old way which is dying. It is the old cocoon that is dying. It is the hidden cocoon that is dying and hidden immortality that is arising. This happens in my bodies and Satprem is recording. So looking at Satprem, Mother is clarifying each and everything as subtle things, even in the light of the occultism, even in the light of misery and suffering, and even in the light of Sri Aurobindo's supramental vision and supramental appearance.